Alright, so it's reassembly time. Got this water pump from Drift Motion. So the thing that's interesting between the VVTIs and non-VVTIs with the water pumps is that if you're going to be replacing like a non-VVTI, you're probably going to have to get the whole housing like in one piece, like up until where the thermostat is, because non-VVTIs are 11 bolt like on this, and between here and here there's like a little more of a gap with the non-VVTI. Well, you see now I have a VVTI housing thing because they make like a one size fits all thing now with like drift motion and everything. So that new water pump thing, I got one bolt in right now. I've been using thread sealant with all these bolts that are going to be going into the block because we've had problems in the past of just it leaking through the bolts. So I'm trying to get it right the first time. So I'll be putting the water pump on today, timing belt, tensioner, tensioner pulley, alternator, and we'll see how much we're feeling left to do after that today. Alright, so we got all those bolts on, thread sealed. I got new bolts for the water pump all around because I had the water pump on, timing belt on, tensioner pulley on before, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to fucking torque it. And I thought I had the correct torque numbers. Went to torque this one first, broke it in the fucking block. Check this shit out. Shit snapped in two, like this. And this part was stuck in the block. Luckily, I was able to just like get it with like a screwdriver and just like tap it and back it out. But that was kind of scary. But nice and tight, thread sealed. So gonna move on to the timing belt and tensioner pulley and alternator. All right, we got that Toyota timing belt. We got that tensioner pulley on, alternator on, starting to come together. The next piece of the puzzle is going to be just the timing cover, and then I'm going to throw on the tensioner for the serpentine belt, and then the other timing cover should be able to go on, and then be throwing this on for the water pump. Yeah. Alright, so I got these 5 bolts on for the bottom timing cover there. I got the tensioner, like I was saying, it's these 3 bolts right there. I think I'm going to move on now to, if I was really smart, I would do the harmonic balancer next. That's probably what I'm going to do, but I might take a break on it for right now. Alright folks, so harmonic balancer is torque to spec with this gear wrench torque wrench. Look at this belt routing. I just torqued this thing to like 240, 238 foot-pounds by looping the little belt here, going around the alternator, going up to the power steering, you know, down to the AC, and it just kind of got tight down there. I was able to get it to 238 foot-pounds with that method. The same way I removed it, I tightened it with that. Worked perfect. Don't want to do it any other way from now on out. That was great. Much better experience than I'm used to.
Right?
So now, pretty much put this fan on, put the plastic part of the radiator, put the radiator in, check and see if it's got leaks. Once I start it up, I'm gonna run just like basic distilled water to start with, kind of flush the system out probably a little bit, because I got Toyota concentrate coolant. I'm gonna try to get that mixture correct after that, but crossing my fingers this water pump does not leak. I also made sure to just rotate the whole engine over until that Toyota logo came back up, just to make sure it wasn't gonna hit, make sure I hit my marks. I could feel the compression while I was rotating it through, so feel confident about that as well. And it's back together. We're gonna see what goes on after this, but it's all reassembled right now. Just gotta put that serpentine belt back on. I'd rather do that with someone else than try to just fuck with that by myself. So this is the finished product. Water pump, timing belt, front main seal, oil change, oil filter, gritty drain plug, magnetic, good little bit of maintenance. So far so good, no leaks. I started up last night, ran it up to temp, you know, try to get as much air out of the system as I could. So this water pump from Drift Motion is really interesting because it has the coolant feed for the turbo, but I'm pretty sure it's blocked off because I have like a hose connected up to it right now, so if it does kick on, it won't piss everywhere. I have this hose right here, just pointing downward, and nothing's coming out of it, so I feel pretty good about just disconnecting it and being fine. But it's interesting that it has that, but it just doesn't work. But got that Toyota timing belt, so I can put my Japanese or USDM timing belt replacement. Might put them, both of them, just put it right there, because there was some fucking Plaza tire service thing probably 15 years ago over there. Another one over here. I ripped them both off. Looks a little bit better now. Yeah, I'm gonna take off these wood blocks. I'm probably gonna hand wash it today. Let you guys know if anything else fucking happens to it. I feel like making this thing look like a shit box right now, so I might put the side skirts on and no front bumper and drive it around eventually. Successful so far.